Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining in this evening. My name is Tyler York. I am a SCORE mentor. Also am the CEO of York Business Solutions, a digital marketing agency located here in Cleveland, Ohio. We do everything from social media, Facebook ads, Google ads, website design, SEO, and graphic design. So we have years of experience doing that. My background itself is in sales and marketing, specifically within manufacturing. So I have a lot of experience when it comes to designing, strategic marketing plans and working strategically with social media to make it be successful for our businesses. So today I'm going to walk through basic of marketing with social media, just trying to get your guys' gears turning and start to better understand the methodical approach into posting with social media, because it's not a spray and pray approach. You really want to have some goals and a strategic mindset involved to make sure it's successful and worth your time and effort doing weekly posts. So let's go ahead and start diving in here. So the first question I always like to start off with, make sure everybody's on the same page. Social media for every business. The answer is yes. No matter your business, no matter your service, if you're a business to consumer or business to business, social media is a great avenue, great vehicle to get your name out there. All about brand awareness. Social media is strategically set for brand awareness, not necessarily buying behaviors, but more of getting that name out there, right? Everybody knows what Nike is, so why do they still run ads on Facebook? It's because they have to be one step up against their competitors in the marketplace, making sure when you think of tennis shoes, what do you think of? You think of Nike or Adidas. It's because they're still putting their name out there, putting in the effort, creating that brand awareness. This pie chart here is a great little chart. It shows that over half of the customers that are following you on social media are more likely to buy than not likely to buy. This is factual data. So this speaks for itself in the sense that it is worth your time investing into social media, bringing on someone that is, in charge of handling your social media and making the effort to post multiple posts a week. And we'll kind of dive into that, what that looks like later. So strategy depends on the platform, right? Facebook is by far our largest social media platform with over 1.5 billion, it's with a B, billion users annually on Facebook. It's a great resource to post to. It's not like any other network out there. It's kind of more focused for your entertainment and news sectors. So you want to make sure your content is very light. You're not writing a novel when you make your post. You're making it entertaining, maybe adding some video content on there, some pictures, etc. Twitter is more of we call a news platform. So you're tweeting, right? Your tweets are very short snippets, maybe updates about your business. Maybe it's a new product you just released and you want to bring them to a landing page on your website to inform the customer. So it's short, sweet, to the point, and using what we call hashtags. And I will dive into what a hashtag is and how to properly use it here in a couple slides down. LinkedIn is a professionals network, right? So we would be focusing on sharing industry articles, blog posts, professional updates. This is more of what we call a buttoned up approach. There should be more professional written content. This is not where you share your cat videos or what you just had for lunch. This is more of a B2B aspect of things. And Instagram we all know Instagram is more of a picture video platform. Facebook owns Instagram. So you'll see it will be very easy to tie into when you post on Facebook. You can link it to post to Instagram as well. And later in the presentation, I'll dive into how you can do that and make it easy and simple moving forward. So brand actions on social media that prompt customers to make the purchase. So we're talking about actions taken by the business on the posts that will convert your prospects into actual buyers. So we're going to look into this backwards. So we're going to start with the least productive to the most productive. And believe it or not, being funny is the least productive way into converting your customer, your prospect, into a buying customer. Sharing the visuals and interests, providing educational content. So these three areas here, providing educational content will convert 40% of the time, offering promotions, and being responsive. Being responsive is huge. A lot of us look at Google reviews. I'm sure everybody on here has looked at a Google review for a restaurant, local store, etc. And we look at the reviews and then we see the responses from the owner, right? That way we know that the owner actually takes consideration and values the customer moving forward. So being responsive on a post is critical. So if you post something to, let's say, Instagram, and someone says, oh my gosh, I love your product, it's fabulous, my friends love it, yada, 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 I love this salon, whatever it may be. And the owner actually takes the due diligence to write back to that customer saying, thank you so much for your comment, reviews like this make our business grow stronger. So something short, sweet, to the point is going to be crucial because it's going to make a lifelong customer, and that customer is going to want to refer as much business to you as possible, and they're going to want to share the content. So why do people unfollow brands? Very, very simple. Irrelevant information, irrelevant content that's not tailored for your specific audience. It's crucial. I'm the type of guy, I don't want to see things about salons or things about nail salons. Let's just make that as an example, right? I want to see things about pickleball, racquetball, cars. So knowing your audience is going to be crucial to tailor that content for that specific buyer. And we'll kind of walk through again down in the presentation on how to understand how to use that data. The Facebook has a couple interesting tools, and Google does too. They kind of break down how to find your specific buyer. So first and foremost, I want to start off with Facebook, your profile basics. This is what everybody should have set up, to start the ground running. Profile image. It is the circle image to the left of your profile page. It should be clear, concise, simple graphic, up to date, visible. I see a lot of my clients and potential clients come and their profile image is distorted, half of it's cut off, it's a picture of their dog. It's not made for the business. So this could be something called your thumbnail image, something that is your logo. So profile tips, pretty simple. Keep it iconic. It should be something that is known for your brand. Just like how this PowerPoint is all orange, because that is my business's color scheme is orange. So keeping your Facebook color scheme iconic, keeping your brand and logo iconic, that people know. Like I said before, make sure you can see the whole image. Make sure you can't, that none of it's cut off. And again, upload a high resolution image, please. Again, profile bios. You want to make sure when you're setting up your Facebook business page that all the information is filled in accurately across the board. So if you have a phone number that's consistent on Google, it should be consistent in Facebook. Facebook's algorithm is very particular that it finds the name, address, and phone number 100% accurate across the board. And Yelp, Bing, Google, across the board. So please make sure that is accurate, because that's going to help display your content appropriately. Like I said, include your brand messaging in your intro page. Try to use the same handle across all channels. I'll show you guys what the handle looks like on the next page here. Adding your link, again, I'll show on the next page here as well with the handle, is your call to action. So it's a bright blue button that might say, you know, get more info, and it brings them right to your website. Pin posts. So in Facebook, you can pin your post to keep it on top of your news feed at all times. Profile image. You guys might want to take a screenshot of this. This is a great little handy tool. So that way you get the best, I guess, bang for your buck when trying to upload a high resolution image and the proper size. Some people will spend hours trying to guess the appropriate size of the logo for that specific profile image. So please just make it easy on yourself and make it the correct size. The banner image, the second most important part here. So this is a large space to kind of show your brand identity, show your values. This image could speak a lot to your potential customer just with them clicking on your page. So you should take some time. Again, this shouldn't be a picture. Of course, you know, you love friends and family, but it shouldn't be a picture of you and your family. Should be a picture that speaks to your business and your goals and your values. Again, we're branding, we're not marketing to our customer, or brand identity. Consider the desktop and mobile scaling. So we'll go into that a little bit more down the road here. Desktop versions are a little bit wider versus our mobile versions are more scaled down. They're about half the size. So if your banner has lots of text across the whole banner, some of it might be cut off. So just be cautious of that. And of course, we always want to use a high resolution image. Again, save yourself the trouble. Please take a picture of this. This is for Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. All have this banner approach. Make it easier on yourself, please. So, quiz real fast here. So what is working with this? This is customer of ours. So automatically, if I'm the client on this page, I can kind of see what their brand is about. They're giving me more trust because I can see that they have a fleet of vehicles. I know that they're not a small one-man band with one vehicle. They're an overhead door company, so I know that I'm not going to be on the wait list for 3 weeks. I know that there's a fleet of repairmen on the road at all times. So on the left, we see a crisp, clear profile image. Something that they created. On the middle section there, like I said before, with their fleet of vehicles, that is their banner image that they chose. A couple things to consider is their color scheme. There's blue on the truck. That's, they have their blue logo, their brand logo on the left. That is consistent as well. We can see their @ symbol here, the Bearing Equipment Company. That's how I can find them on Facebook. A lot of people skip this step and they don't put much thought into it. So please make sure that it is your business name or something that is very similar. On the right here, how it says shop now, that is your call to action button. Very important. That is, me being a prospective customer, goes to their Facebook page. I can easily have a quick link to their website by clicking on that call to action that is on top right by their banner image. So understanding your audience. This is what I mentioned prior. This is going to be, if you take anything away from this presentation, this is probably the first and foremost, the most important part. So knowing your audience is crucial because this is how you're going to tailor your content to your specific person that you're trying to reach out to. So you should know their age, location, income, education, their career choice, and their interests are going to be huge. So I challenge each and every one of you to kind of jot down, what are your ideal customers? What might their interest be? Try to get in their head. Maybe you already have a large book of business. You can kind of drill down and just create 4 boxes, put all this information in them. So it's pen to paper. Know your competitor is huge. This is, business 101, but we also want to take this over into our posting strategy as well. Might want to take a look at, if you own a salon, might want to look at your local salons in your area. Are they using social media? How well are they using social media? Could you one-up them? Maybe they're not posting videos, and you could post videos inside your salon offering some tips and tricks on hair, new products of the week, etc. So knowing your competitors, knowing their social media channels that they're using, is their marketing effective? Obviously, if you have a heavy hitting salon in your area, they probably have an effective marketing strategy that includes social media. So you might want to go check that out. And like I said, what type of product do they produce? Don't copy it, but maybe put your own spin on it. Buyer personas. So just like understanding your audience, this is going to help us better understand each specific customer that we want to focus upon. So like I said, before you start posting, you need a comprehensive understanding of the people that you're trying to target with your posts. So what's a buyer persona? It's really a fictional person who represents your customer. Every successful marketer uses one. If you go to these large Fortune 500 these companies, I guarantee their marketing department has a clear-cut list of the top 5 buyer personas out there that they would like to target, and they curate specific marketing material for them. So we're going to go through this 4-step process of buyer personas. Again, this is what I want you to take away from this presentation. Research your target audience. That's step 1. So to get started, you really want to look at your customer base. Who are your best customers? Who are your repeat purchasers? And can you tie any strings or similarities between them? And if you can, jot some notes down. By finding these similarities amongst your best customers, you'll be able to create a persona that helps you attract more of the same customers, which therefore leads to more revenue, which is why we're all in business, right? Step 2, you want to narrow down the most common details. So if you have a list of 30 different commonalities, you want to narrow that down and try to really hone in. So these 4 bullet points here, these demographics, so your age, occupation, things of that sort, your behaviors, so the skill level, your interests, how they use your product or service is going to be crucial. Your challenges and interests, maybe they have a certain challenge that they face. Maybe they're all, housewives with 4 children with very little time, and they're looking for, a house cleaning service. That would be a common similarity here. Your email preferences is going to be crucial as well. So how often they want to be contacted, and how often they would like to receive information. So once you have this information drilled down, You want to identify your audience with the similar challenges and goals that you've defined for them. And you're going to put them in their own category. You're not going to want to have more than 4 personas. There's some people out there that might have 15 personas, but then you start, getting caught up in things and kind of driving yourself crazy and trying to curate content for all of your personas. So you really want to drill it down to 4. Might be a great starting point to start with 2 personas. Really keep it simple, cut and dry. So step 4, it's going to sound kind of funny, but you're going to want to give your personas a name. So assigning a name to your persona will remind you that it's an actual person and not someone that is just mystical. This can help you really create more personalized content for them. So below here is a picture of kind of a ideal persona. You could get creative. You can put a picture with your persona. Have your demographics information down there. And kind of take it from there. But I challenge all of you, if you Google buyer personas, you're going to find a lot of stuff, what I just spoke about, listed there. And I'm not the only crazy one out there that puts a picture to their persona. So creating engaging content by generation. This is another really cool slide in the fact that millennials, Gen Xers, baby boomers, all have a different motivator. They're all not the same. You all can't group them together under one category. It doesn't work. So millennials, their first motivator is entertainment. We love to be entertained. That's just who we are, what we are, right? Gen Xers, same thing. Baby boomers love discounts. If you offer a promotion out there, they love it. They love it. Second motivator for the millennials are discounts. We love discounts just as much as the baby boomers, but that's going to be our second means of motivation. Same with Gen Xers, and baby boomers are going to go for more of the educational piece. So maybe teaching them something different that they already didn't know. Back to my salon example prior, maybe teaching them something new about their hair and treatment ideas that they didn't know prior. They do enjoy that. And then same thing with millennials, but that's gonna be our third motivator is education. We love to learn something new. Like I said, it's gonna be our third motivator. Gen Xers, education. Baby boomers, surprisingly, their third means of motivation is entertainment. And this data actually came from Facebook itself. They compiled this data over the course of 3 years, starting from last year and moving prior. Creating content, right? So content is king, right? That's all why we're here today is how to post. So we already accomplished step 1. So before posting, think about why you're posting the content, creating purposeful content for each persona, engaging with your audience because that's the highest means of conversion, setting a proper tone. You're speaking professionally. This is not, text lingo. This is actually professional written content. Directing your sites to your appropriate. So like that call to action we set up at the top of our Facebook page, same thing there. And we also want to create that within our posts as well. And then our blogs, product pages, and our services, that's going to be critical to post content about as well. So what's the best way to get attention? Make your content engaging and interesting. That's what it comes down to, right? Creating content that's geared towards your audience. You're not, again, spraying and praying and hoping that, showing a picture of your cat is going to get to business, right? We're creating content that's specific for the generation we're targeting, the demographics, the age, their interest, etc. So what should I include? On my prior slide, I said Facebook is more of the entertainment realm of thing, entertainment news. So we want to focus on videos, maybe some infographics, and maybe some photos. Um, this would go along lines with Instagram as well. LinkedIn, videos are great. Want to keep it under 30 seconds because us human beings have a very short attention span. Facebook's data actually shows that you can keep a video up to 3 minutes long that will generate people watching it. So Facebook's a little different animal than LinkedIn. Photos, you all know, posting a photo, again, that's geared towards your audience that will draw their attention. So, like I said prior, I was going to talk a little bit about hashtags, just a slide or two here. So a hashtag is an easy way to add to your post, and I'll show you an example here in the next slide or two of where to include it. So a hashtag is an easy way to increase your visibility amongst others who are using the similar hashtag. So hashtag body lifting, hashtag gardening, hashtag cakes if you're a cake decorator. Making content viewable to anyone who's interested in that specific hashtag. So if I'm interested in weightlifting, anything that's used as a commonality within weightlifting will pop up your content. Pick hashtags that are commonly used in your industry and that are suited specifically for the product and service that you are offering. So that includes anything within your industry. Rule of thumb for hashtags, some people load up their hashtags to their post. You don't want to do that. That actually messes with Facebook's algorithm. Rule of thumb is you want to have no more than 15. 15 is the magic number. I've seen guys do as few as 5. I'm a believer in doing 11. So I believe in no more than 11 hashtags, but industry says you can go up to 15. So posting ideas that work. Run a contest or giveaway. So I'm going to show you 2 posting ideas that will drive traffic because we all want to make money, right? We want to run a contest or giveaway. People love free things. I love free things. Even if there's not a lot of value there, I still love getting something, right? Humans love getting stuff for free. The double fact is a giveaway is a quick and easy way to fill a hole in your content calendar. And that's so true. If you are in charge of marketing and you're trying to fill up your content calendar for the month and kind of planning your posts and what am I going to do for this month, you might want to run a giveaway, and you might want to do a giveaway every week, or it can be a weekly update on your giveaway, and that automatically checks the box for 1 day of posting for you. So here's an example. Sorry about the image is not super clear, but this is one of our customers. So they actually make these custom rings and bracelets, but they gave away this. And as you can see, posted this 4 hours ago. Whenever we did this 6 months ago, it got 27 likes within those 4 hours. That's actually pretty good engagement for considering how small this company was. And as you can see, there are hashtags right there. So they have quite a few, and kind of read through their hashtag magazines, magazine contests, California, some odds and ends of things in there. This was on Instagram as well. Here's another one we did with the bamboo toothbrushes. So this is a great little giveaway. Didn't cost them much of anything, cost them $5 to ship these toothbrushes out to the potential winner. Very simple, straightforward. My second idea that works well is creating a monthly series. If you can recall, prior presentation, I spoke about creating videos on a monthly basis. One great way to do so is creating a series around it. So an example would be a lawn care service, a weekly series on lawn care tips and tricks. I know this time of season, we're all gearing down for fall and winter time. So it could be a quick weekly series on how to properly maintain your lawn for winter so that when it comes to springtime, you have the best green lawn on the block. Beauty salon, product of the week, and why it's worth buying, right? You might want to have a series of 10 new products you want to talk about that covers 10 weeks. That fills up your content calendar, and it's a great way to show your customers why it's worth coming in and purchasing that product. I put USP down there. That stands for unique selling point, right? When you talk in these videos, you want to be unique compared to everybody else on there. So why should they choose your service or your product over everybody else? Content ideas. So generally, rule of thumb is you should be posting no less than 2 times per week. I think 3 is a magic number. 3 posts per week seem to be good. It's not too much. People don't get offended by seeing your stuff 3 times a week. I personally will, unfollow companies that post 7 times a week or every single day. It just sometimes get annoying. General rule of thumb, it's good to post on every holiday. It's, increased sentiment and goodwill, increases engagement. Anything service related, product related, any seasonal items you want to speak about. Please put client and customer testimonials on there. It's a great way to show your brand validity in the marketplace, your trustworthiness. Those are 2 big key points a prospective buyer must think to themselves before they purchase your product or service. And then tell people about new blogs or news that's going on, maybe in your industry or with your business in particular. Something real fast, just want to point out with my little arrow here, is when you put a link in a post, this is for LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be, it's going to have what we call a long tail URL. It's this, HTTPS, // and then it has a long letters after it. You want to trim that down into something we call a bit.ly link. And I will show you an example here on the next couple of slides. It's a free website. You go plug your URL long chain into. It will spit out a very, very short link that the customer can then click on. It's just more, visually appealing than having a 3-paragraph URL for your website. So right here is a great example. This is a bit.ly link. You can see right under there, reason number 56, that blue hyperlink is a bit.ly link, way better looking than this long tail URL. So I want to challenge you to what is working here. I'm going to tell you right now, it's short, sweet, to the point. It's giving this specific audience loves discounts. So this is reason number 3 for millennials. There's I would guess a millennial in this picture here. Maybe their audience loves this type of printed material. Maybe they have more of that funky vibe because of that yellow couch in the background. They have a nice graphic to go with the Instagram post as well. Things that are working here as well. This is another great post. Everybody loves cats and dogs. This is the one exception I have for you for posting about cats and dogs because it's National Pet Day. So this is your one exception you get per year. I'm not sure the date. Well, April 11th actually is National Pet Day. So you can post about your animals. And hey, all you cool cats and kittens, that's actually from a Netflix series. Some of you might get that reference, but I find that funny. So this would grab that specific audience's attention. And then lastly, understanding your data and goal setting. So another important part of this presentation is understanding what Facebook Business Manager is. It is a tool, like I told you prior, that allows you to connect your business Facebook page to your business Instagram account. And you can curate content based on your calendar. It's free, 100% free. It's by Facebook on this platform, and you can set published date and times of your content on this calendar and publishes to both settings. You can see what it looks like on the desktop version and on the mobile version. You can pull your data from that as well, and I'll show you some examples here in the next 1 or 2 slides of what that data looks like, what your audience comes from. Is a strong tool, and I would highly recommend anybody that's trying to run social media with their business must have the Facebook Business Manager. So like I said, it allows you to tie your business into one place, schedule content, and understand and interpret the data. And then here is a URL link. If you guys want to take a picture, write that down, business.facebook.com, bring you right to it. You can log in. It's going to ask you to log in with your personal Facebook, but it's not tied to your personal Facebook. Just making sure you are a real person and not a robot. And then you can tie your business to this Facebook Business Manager as long as you are what we call an admin on your Facebook business page. And if you're not, you can ask the business page manager to make you an admin so you can get access. So here's a little snippets of what the data looks like from the Facebook Business Manager tool. On here in particular, this is a client that came, that didn't start with us. So you can kind of see their statistics in this next couple of pages here. But Facebook page likes is important, 110. We like to see that number above 100. So they're just above that goal at 110. Because this is what's gonna give your page visibility. So once someone likes a page, they can then share that amongst their friends and etc. It's just like a big pyramid. The cool thing here, we can see the age and gender of the people that liked our page. Right now we can see that women, 66%, over men, 34% have liked our page. It breaks it down even more, and it tells us that middle-aged men and women are the ones that liked this page. They only have 5 Instagram followers at the moment, so the goal is to grow that over the next couple of months based on specific content that's curated and such. More data. So over 55% is within Alliance. This client in particular is an insurance agency in Alliance. So of course, this makes sense to have over 55% of the customers come from Alliance. And then we can break it down from there. The reach is important as well. So like I said, all this data comes from the Facebook Business Manager. But over the time period here, we can see their page reach, and this represents page interests. So these are potential customers. So from September 28th, till October 22nd, we can see we had a peak from the 6th to the 10th at 10 customers. So that means, we're down 76.3%. So there's a numerous amount of factors that can play into that. Lack of posting, lack of targeted post in videos and pictures, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of factors that can play into that decreasing number. So B2B platform stats, 89% of B2B customers use LinkedIn, and then 88% use Facebook. So believe it or not, Facebook is kind of right in line with LinkedIn. B2B customers tend to forget about Facebook and they kind of just gear themselves towards LinkedIn. So it's important to use as many platforms as possible. And lastly, on our presentation today, we're going to talk about the importance of goal setting. Setting the goals and objections for your posting strategy, the who, what, when, where, why approach. Again, this will determine the platform or the media channels you'd want to target on, what's the tone of voice that you'd want to use, and decide your budget and efforts as to where you want to put those. Do you want to acquire customers or raise awareness? So raising awareness would be on Facebook, would be on Instagram. Acquiring customers would probably be on LinkedIn. And then of course, setting the tone, setting the brand, things of that sort. Social media marketing goals, branding goals, setting the awareness, the positive sentiment, the relationships you have with your customers, and the loyalty you have with your customers, setting specific goals for each. Revenue linked goals is a big thing for us, would be increased website traffic. So generating more traffic flow to your website so it can convert into prospective customers into closed business. Your desired behavior you have for that specific customer, whether that might be more brand awareness or more of that in-between customer, generating the leads, and then increased your sales or your conversions, right? All of us might know what SMART goals are, but it should be something we should talk about very briefly. So making them specific, making them measurable, making them attainable. We have a lot of clients that say, I want to, increase my traffic to my website 500% within 1 month. And we look at them cross-eyed because that's not an attainable goal, right? You want to make something that's attainable. So something we tell people, it's a great target, is maybe get 10 new followers per month, and then growing that 20% rate month over month. So kind of do the math to kind of break that out. Making it relevant, making it realistic, and obviously putting a timeline on it, right? We just don't want to say, okay, I'm going to grow 10 customers per month. Okay, but what's our cutoff, and then what's our new goal that we've set for ourselves?